What is up, heroes of Dominion? My name is Charlie. This is Hero Wars Central. It's a little too loud. Turn down the speakers in the studio just a little bit. It's good to see everybody. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Off to a little bit of a slow start, but that's okay. We'll catch up. We will absolutely catch up. A lot of stuff's happened over the weekend. A lot of stuff that we got to talk about. In fact, there's one more thing I need to discuss. Give me 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. Had to write down something. Make sure I don't forget something. Forget talking about whatever. Happy Monday. Tunes. What's up? What's up? Aloha, Richard. John Knox says, Pam says you'll hit 9 different topics. I got 6, maybe more, maybe more. What's up, Tanya? Welcome back. Savio, how's it going? Jimmy Thomas. Let's see, Monta, Brentis, Osha, Vance, welcome back. Ned S, good to see ya. Monta HD, hey Charlie. Super Video Maniac. Also ads. I can't control the ads. YouTube's gonna send you ads. I wish I could help, but I can't. What's up, Jiv? Topaz Blue, Flybone, Viking, Scott K. What's up? What's up? Hi from Holland, says Richard. Okay. Rahul, welcome back. How's everybody's weekend doing? How is everybody, or how is everybody's weekend? How was everybody's weekend? How is everybody's Monday, I guess? I have been cranking out some content today. I don't know why they tend to do this, but they just drop stuff on you unannounced. The absolute first thing that I want to talk about today is it's not open. Of course it's not ready. All right. The second thing that I wanted to talk about today is the Astral Seer Grand Prize. Okay, so the grand prize here is 10 Eternal Seeds. Now, mobile players, hear me out, because this applies to you in a manner of speaking as well. We have 10 Eternal Seeds. That's the grand prize right here. The grand prize from the daily heroic chest is Cleaver. If you already have Cleaver, then it's 50,000 soul coins. Yeah. Here on Facebook and web, the grand prize for opening the artifact chest is 100,000 artifact coins and 100 of the chaos cores. I wanted to chat about this a little bit. Just a little bit. I reached out a couple of times to some community managers trying to find out the drop rates of the artifact chest, of the heroic chest. In the past, I've asked about the drop rate, and I'm talking about Facebook and web. We know what the drop rates are on mobile. Those are published officially. The Super Titan Soul Stones, what the frequency of the drop is for those, and any other situation where there is a grand prize. And the point of it, I was trying to figure out what the drop rate was of these Eternal Seeds. I was like, all right, once and for all, I need to figure out what the drop rate is. Is it the same across the board for all grand prize items? And the community manager that responded finally says, sorry, we can't do that. That was the answer. Sorry, we can't do that. Is there any way possible for you to share with me the chance to win the grand prize on these things? Hi, no, sorry, we can't do that. Why? Is it a secret? Is it 0? Is it too much of an algorithm that I just can't fathom it? I'm not great at math, right, guys? Do I just not have the ability to understand the drop rate? The answer was no. Not even an explanation. No. No, we can't do that. D. Warman says, I guess they are only obligated legally to do it on mobile. That's 100% correct. The only reason why drop rate percentages are published on Hero Wars Mobile is because they are required to by law. I should say that iOS and Android is required to by law. And for anything that has any kind of random chance in any game or app or anything that is allowed to be in the iOS, that's the Apple App Store, or the Android App Store, Google Play, I should call it, the only way an app can be published in there if they have random chance is if the drop rates are published. If they told you, more people might quit because the odds are so low, says John Knox. I agree to a point. We know how poor the drop rate is on some of these items on mobile, right? We know the drop rate chance is like 0.01%. Yet there are triple the mobile players as there are on Facebook and web. I'm baffled. Completely baffled. I don't understand. There was no excuse. There's no breakdown of why. Just, no, sorry, we can't do that. I was like, fine. I was like, fine. Along with this answer, topic number 2. Let's count this. Topic number 2. Along with this answer, the official word, has Crovus on Facebook and web been altered at all since its initial release? Has Crovus been altered? Some of you, one of you, has been asking me incessantly. And the answer is no. According to the community managers, Crovus has not been changed since his release last year on Facebook and web. I don't know on mobile. I didn't ask about mobile, but specifically on Facebook and web, we know that Crovus has not been changed. All right, so that's answering some people's questions. It's like Judge Dredd, I'm the law. Does the mobile version of the game run well on iPhone? Yes, Ghostface, it does. A reason excuse would be nice, though. Your relationship on the mobile side is so much better than Facebook and web. Let's talk about my relationship with Facebook and web, because I have questions that were answered on that side as well. Let's go on to topic number 3. Topic number 3, we're going to refer to the Hero Wars Mobile Influencer private Discord that I'm happy to be a part of. Thank you so much for allowing me, and I'm glad I'm here. The question was asked, Hero Wars Mobile players. This kind of pertains to Facebook as well. Okay, this kind of pertains to Facebook as well. It was asked. Let me find the exact question. Here we go. Is there any chance we can get a sneak peek as to what the Black Friday sales will be? It would be nice to know if you plan to have greater discounts than blah, so we don't waste our emeralds beforehand. Here's an example. You guys dropped the price of Sparks of Power 2 days after there was an event for purchasing Sparks of Power. No, I'm sorry. We got 2 days after we got a ton of Titan Soul coins, they dropped the price of Sparks of Power. All right. And the answer is, hi, sorry, but we can't share sales details before the event. And they referred us to Hero Wars TV, the YouTube channel. I'm sorry, the YouTube video that Daniel put out, or that Hero Wars Mobile put out. Daniel had put it out last week. So on, I guess we can shift back over to, let's pull this up. On Hero Wars TV, subscriptions. Where is it? I never can. Let's see. There's that. It's right in front of me. I know that it's right in front of me. It was published when? Thursday? Maybe it's not. That's the birthday party. Forgive me, guys. I had this pulled up and then I closed the window. Dream setup. Oh, here it is. Goodness. All right, so we have, here we go. This is what we have for the Galactic sale information on Hero Wars Mobile. So we have a 55% discount on the Heroic chest and 55% discount on the Outland chest This says daily discount, so presumably this is going to rotate every day for the 7 days. Is one of these going to be big money blue balls? Is one of these going to be Titan artifact chests? What's the percentage chance? Who knows? Who knows? So we do have a good relationship. Myself and Hero Wars Mobile has a better relationship, I think, than Hero Wars Facebook and the web. But we don't get much information there. Somebody did reach out to me, and I was trying to find who messaged me. I don't know. Maybe it's one of you guys watching. But somebody suggested that it's possible that this icon right here might be the new hero. Because it's some kind of dragon head thing that's not really native anywhere. It's not, you can't really find this anywhere else. This is a strange thing for a Galactic sale, a galaxy or galactic themed event. Some kind of, I don't know. So this might be a Chabba skin that we might be getting. It could be a lot of things, but this is a recolor of the, I can't remember what it is. A recolor of something. I don't know. So we don't have any information for the Galactic sale. Mine is Earth, but it won't matter. Let's see. Oh my, over a year for sure. Yeah, the Jeffrey Park experiment started on August 24th. August 24th, 2020. Maybe the genie is a dragon genie. Maybe. I would love it if they gave a layout of events for the month in advance, like some other games. I agree. That would be very nice. That would be very nice. Okay. So, on to the next topic. What is this? Topic 3? Topic 4? Let's see. Blue stacks. We have an active event here. Scorching Days. Scorching Days has 6 tasks. We have login, spend emeralds, open chests in Outland, spend energy, get soul stones of any hero, and then finally collect Titanite in the guild dungeon. I think that the rewards were actually tweaked to be worse on this event. Yeah. The green bottles here will open up into blue bottles, and the blue bottles will open up into violet bottles, and the violet bottles will open up into Araji, the Super Titan Araji soul stones. So the green and blue, and I believe the violet bottles also have accessories in them as well. I believe you can find Titan XP potions in there, and it's possible that you can find a couple of other things in there. I don't really know off the top of my head. I could find the image if I wanted to. But there's only 2 or 3 items that you can get aside from the soul stones. The green bottles tend to not have any of the Titan soul stones in them. See if I have any stacked up we can open. I don't. I just have this one. Oh, just kidding. Titan XP potions. So the idea is using this event to collect Titan soul stones. Oh, I don't want to do that. I don't want to go to guild chat. You need Titan soul stones to fight in the dungeon, to fight in guild wars, to fight in cross-server wars. And fire Titans are nice, but they're a lower priority than other Titans. Generally speaking, on average, the fire Titans are a little bit less priority. Now that being said, you're definitely going to want to summon Araji, and you're definitely want to get Moloch pretty close to level, pretty close on par with the other tanks. I'm a firm believer that your tanks and your Super Titans need to be about the same level as you're leveling all of your Titans up. The main reason for that is for the dungeon, right? The higher level your tanks are, the further in the dungeon that you're going to be, and your Super Titans, for what they bring to a fight, they provide more value than the average Titan. Now, Araji is an interesting Super Titan. He is a very specific damage-dealing hero, Titan, excuse me. His primary ability will shoot for 7 seconds. It will shoot the forward-most enemy, and it will continue to shoot that enemy until that enemy dies. All right, so if the enemy is up for 5 seconds and then it dies, then the last 2 seconds will move on to the second hero in line, second Titan in line, excuse me. Because of this, On defense, you can counter him completely with Sigurd. You can counter him completely with Sigurd. So he's a little less good because of that. Such a hard counter. But on offense, you can time him so that whenever you're defending Sigurd, their shield is up. You can hold off on using his laser beam, his pew pew, his incinerating ray. You can wait till that shield is down and then use it. And that's a big reason why Sigurd is the worst, not the worst. That's why Sigurd is a less good tank than Angus on defense. For average players, not for every player. Obviously, your mileage may vary. Kernel mobile event is terrible. I wouldn't worry about investing much in it. Agree. Ignis is crucial for dungeon and high-level defense. Ignis, I was getting to Ignis. We're going to talk about Ignis in just a second. Did the dev nerf the dungeon to get more Titanite just like they promised or not? Monta, they didn't nerf the dungeon. They adjusted the algorithm. It's going to be good for some people. It's going to be bad for others. You can also counter him with Nova or Lucky. Very true, Finkelzo. Very true. Eden, if timed appropriate, can stun Araji. Yeah, because she's got this stun that hits the rearmost team. And let's see. We were talking about Ignis. So Ignis is interesting. Ignis is one of those support type Titans that boosts the damage output of your Titan allies for 6 seconds. So Ignis is nice to have. Generally speaking, a lot of people would use Ignis or Nova. Sometimes you'll use both. But Ignis is another good Titan to collect. Vulcan is kind of lame. It's kind of boring. Big single target hit to the nearest enemy usually is going to be a tank. Less good at the beginning of the fight, better as the fight goes on. And of course, Moloch. I mean, no real defensive abilities, but you need to have tanks leveled up for the dungeon. It's good to have tanks leveled up for the dungeon. RIG ult countered by Nova also. Yep. Pet event. What, Valentin? Are 3 supers plus 2 tanks meta now? Chuck Norris, that used to be the meta. No, not 2 tanks. Not 2 tanks. Notification, but HR. What's up, Wally? Araji's second skill boosts the speed of other Titans. Oh, I did skip that. The reason why Super Titans are so effective, their stats are a little bit higher, but also they have 2 skills. So this ability speeds up Titan allies for 8 seconds. Speeds them up by 30%. So Araji's a good Super Titan. This is a good event. This is less good than the Earth Titan event and the Water Titan event, in my opinion. Of the 3 events, this is the least good. But if you're a newer level, if you're a newer player and you're still trying to summon all of your Titans, if you're still trying to collect Araji, if you're still trying to absolute star your Titans, if you're a mid-range player, or if you need more Titan Soul Coins for a high-end player, this is an okay event for that. However, as with most stone-based events, Soulstone and Titan Soulstone-based events, not a good place to put your resources. Not a good place at all. Hi, Charlie. I found out the maxed out testing doesn't actually count Tree of Wisdom stats. That is correct, Santiago. It is still slightly bugged. It is still slightly bugged. Moloch Stun is a defensive skill. I mean, it's more of utility. It's more of utility. I guess technically Angus doesn't have any defensive either. It's all just pure offense. But he has more health. You're right. You're right. Moloch's big hit does stun. That does a lot of damage too. And by the way, the coolest of the Titan skins by far is Moloch's skin. The coolest by far. This is my favorite looking of all of the Titan skins. I think a judge forward Titan team is best. Pat Fez. Pat Fez, I gave you a shout out in a video earlier this week. I have a Hydra question. My main team is Martha, Mojo, Orion, Ju, Marcus. What do I invest in to make this team stronger? I do like 30 million. If you're doing 30 million on Ancient, I mean, just keep leveling the team up. I think, what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to not level Ju past a certain point, but if you do, you're supposed to level them up a ton. I think Orion, Peter, would be the best investment. Orion or Marcus. Although, Peter, what I don't like about Hydra fights, Hydra team discussions is it's completely different than Guild Wars. So if you're doing 30 million to the Ancient, I would probably not mess with it too much. I would worry more about your cross-server war and your Guild War teams than those. So if any of those cross paths, then that's what I would worry on. Fire Titans are worst, hardest to fight in dungeon, and his water is so easy level. Yep. Smaller one is the True Titan head. The cannon on his back has a face too. All my Titans are max leveled at this point. This is a good event to get a bunch of Sparks of Power. Yep, very good point. I think I saw that Tim from Hero Wars Go is going to be maxing the last of his heroes Sparks of Power this weekend. Or this event, I should say. I'm going to max out Zhu first. What if the cannon is actually the head and the other is a breastplate? You know, I've actually thought about that a couple of times. It is kind of weird. Let me it's kind of blocked here. Let me find an image. Here we go. You could think that he's like holding his jaw because he puts out so much power that he's got to control the recoil. It's a weird looking Titan. It's a weird looking sprite overall though, right? It's a weird looking sprite overall. It would shoot the beam out the chest like Iron Man. Oh, yeah. My Guildmaster maxed out Moloch skins, use them in Guild Wars to take out teams. Yeah, so Paul, I've been hearing some good things about Moloch's skin, but I've also heard to not do Moloch's skin also. I've actually heard to not do that also, but don't take my word for it because I'm investing into other. Oh, speaking of Titan fighting, here we go. This is Hero Wars Facebook and web though. Let's go. Cool pick. Just a Godzilla wannabe? Definitely Malpheus. Definitely. See, now in this instance, you got an enemy Sigurd here, so I'm not going to use my ults while that shield is up. Ah. Let's try to clear that, let's try to clear that Nova real quick. Come on! Do it! Bonk. That's what you like to see. You like to see the enemy Araji killing himself on your own totem. Bonk. Don't die. Oh, nice. Silva coming in and sniping the enemy Eden. Love it. Love to see it. Love to see it. Okay, Lunar Lestrange. Yep. Maybe we put Oliver in here. Let's try Oliver. Put up that physical attack shield. Dang. Oh, why did I do that? I timed that incorrectly. Oh, I'm dumb. Yeah, keep attacking my Helios so I can keep stacking that armor artifact. Man, that timing was way off. That's okay. That's okay. And I used a shield. I probably shouldn't have used the shield. We're going to save Faceless. We're going to hit Kark, Faceless, and then using Magic Penetration from Kark. Here we go. So we're going to use Kark for the knockup. We're going to use Faceless to double the knockup. And then we're going to use Helios. The Magic Penetration Helios there. There we go. Magic Penetration from Faceless. I got 45 seconds to clear this Oliver Astaroth with Oliver T-Pet. This is going to be a fight. Get him. There we go. Whew. Okay. Okay. Love the beats. Yeah, I wanted to go back to the synth stuff. The electro synth stuff. Okay. So the next thing that I kind of wanted to talk about today is the preferred buffs this week for the guild raids. All right, the preferred buffs this week for guild raids. I was looking through them, and I think the one that I would recommend the most first is this healing converter. You want to try to get the defensive spheres on Osh down as quickly as possible, right? So extra healing is converted into pure damage dealt to the defensive spheres. I think this is going to be the most important buff. I think this is a good one. Another good one, I think, is this one right here. Nope, not that one. So this one right here could be pretty good. I like the idea of having the bonus healing so that the healing converter procs more often. I like that a lot. This right here states that every time you, let's see, defeating a nightmare grants a 10-second vampirism aura to the entire team. So that plus that is pretty good. This right here, all healers gain a buff that increases all healing dealt. This right here, plus that healing converter, could be pretty good. None of these are too really reliant on specific team builds. Is the buff merchant the same? Yeah, I think so. I think it is, and I think that they were supposed to rotate, but they didn't rotate. I would recommend buying all of these. 25 million. If you can afford the 25 million gold, don't even worry about any of these. Just go ahead. The jump start apparently is bugged though, and it doesn't work very well with Sebastian. So if you're using Sebastian, which most people are, you might want to consider not using this, although it just affects the very beginning of the battle for both. I don't know how important or impactful that will be for you, and they might fix this, but apparently what's happening is this is overriding Sebastian's early energy gain, right? So everybody starts at 25% energy, whereas a maxed out Sebastian starts at like 50, 55, 60% energy. You want to be able to deal as much damage as quickly as possible to the defensive spheres. This one's okay. You know, it lowers the damage. It lowers the damage output of the defensive spheres, which is a problem for some of the lower level teams. This one right here is going to be the most impactful of the gold buffs. Boost damage dealt to defensive spheres by 3%. Because guys, if you can't get the defensive spheres down quick enough, then the team, your team's going to wipe much faster. All right, so I don't know why you wouldn't get these unless you just can't afford the 25 million. Other buffs that are good, let's see, the Grove Keepers. Unless you're building an elf team, not important. Same things can be said for the Wakeful Dead. Unless you're building an undead team, not really important. This one right here, the nightmare energy. If you are having trouble defeating the defensive spheres, this is going to be a good buff. This one right here is going to be good if you're building that Zhu or Keria or Artemis team that's been floating around. We'll talk about the best team builds for the Osh boss in just a second, but I think this is going to be pretty good also. Yeah, 30% energy gain. It's going to be pretty good. I think that this is going to be insane for Artemis, which we got to talk about the Artemis and Thea buff also. I think this is going to be insane for Artemis. And guys, I'm leveling Artemis. After today's buff, I'm 100% leveling Artemis for my Osh team. I don't care about Zhu. It's Artemis. And then destroying a sphere. This one's going to be pretty good also. Of the 150s, I think this is probably the best of the 4. But it's really going to be dependent on how much Valor Emblems you're going to be able to collect. The higher level minions are going to award a lot more of the Valor Emblems. I've been seeing that people are getting between 500 and 900 of these, or they're planning on getting that much by the end of the week. Let's see. Again, this one... Vampirism Aura. No. 10% less damage from defense sphere basic attacks. I don't like that one either. And then the 50 slots. Again, I think the healing converter is going to be super amazing. Keeper's Blessing. Hero that dealt the most damage. Nope. But, Nightmares have less health. Engineer buff. Let's see. The shield absorbs all damage. I don't like that one. bonus damage against nightmares. The Dreamer's Retaliation is the other one that I really like. If you are having trouble defending the defensive spheres, then this is another good one too. And then, you know, this will again help if you are having trouble defeating the defensive spheres. So in my opinion, guys, it's more beneficial to take these buffs that are dealing more damage, that help you deal more damage to the defensive spheres, than the ones that have anything to do with the nightmares. I think those should be prioritized. Right? Does anybody have any other input about it? I can't hear what the boss's name without thinking Oshkosh. I know, Ristrel. I know. I'm the same way. My 750k Yasmine team was almost totally negated against the level 130 boss. Yeah. I definitely don't have any teams built for this boss. Not a single team. Is Ju good against the boss? Ju is the best. The #1 team that I've seen. 168 million damage in one fight. 168 million damage in one fight was a Ju team. We'll talk about that in just a second. I can't hear the boss. Let's see. Really? With her being a single target damage dealer, I don't see her working. She's not a single target damage dealer. How good is... I hit the like button. All right, so that's kind of how I feel. That's kind of how I feel about the buffs. All right, people keep asking me about it, and I would like to have this conversation every week. But if the buffs don't change... If the buffs don't change week to week, then it's not going to matter. Like, we can have this conversation once or twice, and then it would be redundant to have the conversation ever again. It says buff rarity is changed weekly. I don't know if this means that some of these are going to move down and up, or if these 25 different buffs here rotate to 25 different buffs. I guess we'll find out next Monday, because they are the same. They are the same as last week. Flybone, I do not know. 168 million. Finkelzo, who's got 220 million? That's awesome. 220 million? Finkelzo, send them my way. Send them my way. I would love to see that. Charlie, go check out Olympus. There's you went in. That wasn't... Yeah, so Wally, that's the team that I'm talking about. That was Saluki. It wasn't Olympus. Olympus shared it and didn't credit the guy properly. The guy's name is Saluki. If you like build Ju, you got to build Mojo. Nope, you don't need Mojo for this fight. No Mojo. Let's talk about the team. Screenshots. Whoops. Let me find it. Here we go. Check the Hall of Fame. Top players. Collect. Well, this is total damage dealt, though. This isn't Finkelzo. This isn't damage dealt, though, is it? This is total damage dealt, not single match damage dealt. Am I wrong there? Oh, nice. Damage dealt to boss. Yeah, because this is total damage dealt, Finkelzo. This isn't single target damage. I could be wrong. But I believe that's the case. Yeah, Mojo doesn't work on Facebook. Because of the spheres. The little baby spheres that are floating around Osh, the Hex doesn't work as well. Only invested in Hex for Mojo. Yeah, I think it's total 2. So you can't see single fights? As far as I know, you can't. Because this is the single. Or I'm sorry, this is the total damage. And I know that because I did 6.8 million total. And that's what it's showing. And then, let's see, the all-time top damage dealt. I mean, yeah. So, let's see. Full screen. Here we go. Here's the fight. Here's the fight from Saluki. I believe he's a web player. And I don't know specifically what pets that he has. I'm putting a video out discussing this fight probably tomorrow morning. Anyway, it's Isaac as a tank, Zhu, Nebula, Sebastian, Martha with Albus as a pet. 168 million damage, and he runs out of time. He could have gone more, but he ran out of time. I'm guessing that Oliver is on Isaac. I'm assuming that Zhu is getting... Zhu and Sebastian are either getting Fenris or Albus. I'm not sure which is which. Probably Albus on Sebastian, but I don't know for sure. Nebula is getting Kane because, that's the only pet that Nebula can get. And I would guess that Martha is getting Axel for the pet. But works pretty well together. There is this bug when you go to Invernier, you find the random insignia. Abderum, just restart. Just restart. So as far as I know, this guy right here, or girl, I should say, has the most in a single fight, and I would love to chat with him so I can send them some cool rewards. Not that they really need it because they got all of the rewards that they needed. But we quickly found out that Mojo isn't very good in this fight because of all the little baby spheres, the defensive spheres that float around him. And Mojo targets. Mojo does more damage whenever he speeds up. Martha speeds up the whole team. Isaac provides armor penetration artifacts. Let's see, Zhu and Sebastian are providing the critical hit artifact. Nebula is providing her artifact. Martha's providing, those two artifacts are, inconsequential, but they're still pretty good. Physical attack and armor, of course. And yeah, it's just a matter of Zhu spamming the heck out of him. You got Isaac boosting the physical attack of the whole team over and over and over again. All of the damage that Osh does is magic damage. All of it is magic damage. So Isaac is charging up super, super fast, which means he's constantly silencing the defensive spheres. He's constantly doing area of effects to the entire team. Osh and the defensive spheres, all of those. And he's constantly boosting that physical attack. Hope pets never come to mobile. Agree. Mr. NCSU, he's already mentioned it a couple times. What level is this? This is a level 130 Osh. 202 million. This is a level 130 Osh. Oh, and then that was the end of the clip. So, that's the best team so far. But I think that there's a better team. Earlier this morning, Artemis and Thea got a buff on Facebook and web. I don't know if you guys saw this, but Artemis and Thea got a buff on Facebook and web. I think Artemis was more of a bug fix, but let's talk about it. So I know I'm covering it up, but Artemis's Punishing Arrows skill has been changed. Now for each 10,000 damage taken, Artemis gains a physical attack bonus, and it stays until the end of battle. The current Violet skill reads the exact same way. Every time Artemis takes damage, 10,000 damage, every time, let's see, game capture. Every time, for each 10,000 damage taken, Artemis gains a physical attack bonus. Apparently, if you healed Artemis, why wouldn't you heal Artemis? When you healed Artemis, that physical attack bonus disappeared. That's how it's been since the Artemis rework forever ago. And now it disappears. Think about how big of a damage hit that Artemis is going to take. 10,000 every time. So this is a level 130. 16,000 power level, but every time Artemis takes 10,000 damage, she's going to gain a good chunk of physical attack, and it's going to collect over the course of the entire fight. What's more, Deadly Shower now hits 7 more times. Deadly Shower launches a barrage of shots, striking enemies with a rain of arrows. This is an area of effect attack. The fewer enemies there are, the more damage she does. Right? Kind of like Orion in that regard. Artemis is kind of like Orion in that regard, right? And every time if you ascend her, let's go take a look at her ascension. 5, here we go. Every time you use the ability, when Deadly Shower is triggered, Artemis fires 7 more arrows. So she starts the fight, her first ultimate shoots 17 arrows. Then the next time she ults, she shoots 24 arrows. And then the next time she ults, she shoots 31 arrows. So the longer a fight goes, and you would agree that this Osh Baby God fight is going to go the full 2 minutes, every time she ults, she's going to be shooting more and more and more arrows, each of which can critical hit, each of which will then do bonus pure damage from Sebastian. You know, never mind her upgraded heal ability, right? Smart Arrow bounces 2 more times, then returns to Artemis, healing her for damage dealt. I think Artemis is going to be better than Zhu in this fight. I think Artemis is going to end up being better than Zhu. I could be wrong. Zhu does have the speed up, right? He does have the bonus damage on each one of his attacks, and he does have the ability to not be instantly killed when his ultimate is active, right? Those 3 abilities keep Zhu alive. But with Artemis further back, maybe she doesn't need all of those. She does have a little bit of self-heal, right? In that upgraded Ascension skill. And you probably need to have her fully ascended before it becomes a conversation that she's going to be better. But man, she's going to be pumping out a lot of damage. And then Thea. Thea now restores more health with her area of effect and single target skills. And her Vow of Silence ability does more damage now. All right, so Thea is slightly improved. Let's take a look at Thea. Her area of effect heal, her ultimate ability, is healing for more now. Her single target heal, that heals the ally with the lowest health, is going to heal for more now. And her Vow of Silence is going to silence the entire enemy team for 3 seconds, but deal more damage than it did before. So I think Thea is good, right? Having more heals plus her new Ascension skills are going to provide much larger shield bubbles for your team. I don't know that she's going to be a better choice than Martha because of Martha's speed up ability, right? Her speed up ability and her ability to heal the whole team for the entire fight, because I believe her totem doesn't get knocked down at all throughout the entire fight against Osh. I think Martha's still going to be the ideal healer for that team, but Thea is quickly becoming one of the best healers, if not the best healer. Run them both. Would Nebula be between Zhu and Artemis? Yes. Yes. Artemis for Seymour 2, possibly Jiv. I would actually like to do an Artemis build to fight Seymour. I'd like to try that. I'd like to try that out. We haven't had a gold event like Leprechaun in over a year. Very true. Very true. Artemis has nothing compared to Judge. Very true. Judge is OP. So Keria isn't the best choice for doing damage. Interesting. Well, Wally, I mean, a lot of Kira's damage output is reduced if she's good at clearing the defensive spheres, right? No doubt about it. She's good for clearing the defensive spheres. But I think that her basic attacks are not as strong as Zhu's basic attacks, right? Because the majority of the fight, Zhu's speeding up, doing bonus attacks, doing bonus damage on his attacks. Whereas Keria, if she ignores the enemy's armor, which she's not going to ignore Osh's armor, she's not going to be doing her bonus damage. She is going to be speeding up, which is similar to Zhu's attack. But her bounce around ability doesn't help at all when there are no defensive spheres. So I think Keria is good, but one step below Zhu fighting Osh. Same can be said for Hydra fights on mobile. The totem during the meteor shower can get knocked down. Oh, good point. Good point, Guardian 06. Good point. Good point. I'm doing that now. Artemis build on web. Noam, see you next time. See you next time. I actually like Thea more than Martha for that Zhu team. Her speed up is better. So I think that's a good plan. I think that's a good plan. Her her second wind keeps that up a little bit. I don't know if Thea would have been better, but that player, Saluki, just had Martha leveled up, but not Thea. It's definitely possible that Thea is better. It's definitely possible that Thea is better. Do something like this. Like, what if we went into the boss? What if we went into fighting Osh? Well, let's do this instead. Hero challenge. Artemis and Thea. And, of course, Sebastian. Isaac. I mean, you can't use Nebula. I mean, who would you use? Who would you use here instead? I mean, I guess you could use Nebula. But see, Nebula isn't... So this is probably why Artemis actually isn't better. Come to think of it, because Nebula isn't boosting Artemis, Nebula Zhu is probably still better. So this right here may end up being... Probably not Merlin, though. Probably Axel. This may end up being the best team to fight Osh. This right here. Qing Mao or Zhu? I don't like Qing Mao. I don't like Qing Mao. Not in this fight. Not for this fight. I spent thousands of hours doing raids as free to play. Oof. Topaz, see you next time. See you next time. If you can keep your team in the window, in the Thea window for, let's say, 50% of fight, Thea is better, but Martha's speed up only has an energy requirement and not health of the affected team. True, true, true. Is Yasmine better than Zhu versus Osh? No, Yasmine is not great versus Osh. I think Zhu is better. I think Zhu is better. I think Yasmine's good, but Zhu is better. What's the best team for Zhu? I mean, for like arena and stuff, I don't think there is a good arena, Grand Arena, Guild War team for Zhu. I don't think there is. I mean, we could try. Let's try. Let's try a couple things here. Let's do Thea. Let's try the speed up team versus the Holy Trinity. The speed up team. Nebula and Martha. So this is not the play because there's no Sebastian, but let's try it. Let's try it. Twins against Osh? No, twins are going to be bad. Just like Kark, twins are going to be bad. Best wishes from Iceland? Oh man, you have such a beautiful name, I can't pronounce it. I think Kleppy works, right? What if we did Kleppy... This would probably do it. We got silences. We got the hook to clear out Lars real fast. We got Kleppy. Yeah. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, guys. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Kleppy tends to beat the twins teams, though, right? Kark Tank? You do Kark Tank, maybe. What's up, King Astaroth? So most probably a max out Keria, at least with Fenris, will be able to ignore level 160 Osh armor. I think you'd have a better chance with a maxed out Ginger, though. But that's not really the point. That's not the point you're trying to make. I don't know. I don't know what the armor is for Osh. I don't know what the armor is. I don't know what it is. Good Zhu Arena team, Aurora, Dante, Nebula, Zhu Thea. Okay. We would need the stat matrix of Osh. I think I actually have it. Hold on. I think I have... Somewhere I might have the is there a chart somewhere with the list where we can try to upload to OneDrive and share the web link instead so we don't have to download the file every time? I'll do what I want. I think somebody shared it in my City of Asgard chats. Scrolling. There's that bug. Level up. That's not it. Here we go. So this is the... This is supposedly the level 130 stats. So the level 130 has 35.8, 36,000 armor pen, or I'm sorry, 36,000 armor. 17,836 intelligence. 18,000 magic penetration. Huh. Main stat is intelligence. But I don't think we have any of the other stats. I think we just have level 130 here. Let me go see if I can find any other spreadsheets. Any other stats for Osh. Ascension stat summary. Nope, that's not it. And I'm back in August. Yeah. All right. I know no one will like this, but oh well. Galahad, Sebastian, Martha, Nebula, Jupe. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I think Galahad could potentially be a good tank for this too. Maybe. Maybe. He makes killer overalls for kids. Oh my gosh. You can use Martha Faceless with Artemis. So I think Martha Faceless doesn't really work that well. I think people did try the Martha Faceless Ju setup. You're talking about Artemis. It's possible. It's possible. I think Faceless stands in front of Artemis, so that would be iffy. Qingmao against Osh. Oh yeah, Qingmao you think would work. Not as a front line though. You would still need Isaac, and the problem is I think the reason why I decided against. Let's see. Yeah, she stands in front of Isaac, so that's why it doesn't work. That's why Qingmao doesn't work. I'm interested to see what Isaac does against higher level bosses, but at least against the 130 boss, you can't. I don't think you can use another tank. I don't think there's any reason to use an actual tank against Osh. And if you're making that argument, then no hero should stand in front of Isaac, right? The best team versus heroes will probably not be the best team versus Osh. Oh, no kidding. Guardian 06, yeah. Let's make that very clear, guys. Osh, just like the Hydra heads on mobile, the best teams to fight the Hydra heads and Osh, the Eternal Keeper, is not going to be a Guild War team. But the cool thing is if you are not a champion in your guild, you can still participate in the activities of your guild by having a nice Osh team, right? And chances are you should be leveling up, you're leveling up Isaac anyway. Chances are you're leveling up Isaac anyway, because he hard counters Aurora so well. Did y'all say something positive about Galahad? I mean, I would use Galahad. I would use somebody that deals damage over a defensive tank, like Chabba or Astaroth, or possibly even Luther, Ziri. None of those tanks are going to be particularly effective against Osh. So yeah, I would use Galahad in those instances. It's not going to be. He's still not going to protect your team, right? I don't hate Galahad, but if you don't need him to protect your team, he's okay. Judge will crush that for us, maybe. Flamewing, hit me up on Discord. So 2 more things to talk about, and then we're gonna call it a day. Here we go. Whoops, not quite there. Nope, still not there. There we go. All right, so when worlds collide, the Chabba rework on Hero Wars Mobile is coming, I think, on the 24th of November. 24th of November, Chabba Hero rework on mobile. We also have the Treasures of Continents event that's going to go live along with it. This event is going to be tied to the Black Friday / Galactic sale. A couple of the members of my Discord, Assassin and Bambi and a couple of others, thought that it might be a good idea for them to have an opportunity to create a new tribe. Because why would Chabba be a galactic themed hero? He doesn't have a stellar skin. Does he? Does Chabba have a stellar skin? I don't think he does. I'm like 99% sure he doesn't. He's got Devil Skin, Winter Skin, Masquerade Skin. So he may get a 5th skin based on that avatar that we saw, right? That'd be pretty cool. But anyway, new tribe is coming. We're guessing. Hopefully. It would be cool. I should say it would be cool if a new tribe was coming. Chabba being the tank. You have Judge for the support. Judge is the most powerful being in all of Hero Wars. I don't know if you guys knew that. Judge is the most powerful character in the entire universe of Hero Wars. Most powerful character. I guess Osh is technically now. Thanks, lore. Judge, Orion, Nebula, right? Judge and Nebula are 2 parts of the 5. And then finally Kark, the new Star Wars tribe. I believe they will bring back the Stellar Skins, Astral Tribe. Astral Tribe? I prefer Star Wars tribe. This daily reminder chart does not actually hate Galahad. He's just jealous he isn't the star of the video game. Yeah, true. Think of how much better the game would sell. Think of how many more downloads that Nexters would get if it was just me. If it was me. New tribe. Maybe. Probably not. But new tribe. Star Wars tribe. Oh, man. And one last thing, guys. One last thing before we wrap up for the day. Just kidding. 2 more things. I am going to Florida again on Wednesday. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, we probably will not live stream. We are going to Florida for Miss Charlie's brother's 40th birthday. So we're not going to be live streaming on Thursday and Friday. Possibly not on Wednesday either. It really depends on how things line up. So that's one thing. And the other thing, I am planning on in December, and while we're in Florida, I'm going to design it. In December, we're going to be having the first of the monthly Hero Wars Central tournaments for Facebook and web. So the first round is going to be for the guild members only, the YouTube membership only, and then unless we just can't get enough people. If we can't get enough people, then we'll open it up to other people. And then the next round, either in January or if we do 2 in the same month, we'll open it up to everybody else, and it'll be first come, first serve. First come, first serve for joining. And we've been coming up with some cool ideas on how to structure it. It's going to take a long time. It's going to be tedious. I'm going to have conversations with every single player as the fights happen, because I'm going to be like, all right, here's such and such's defensive team. What is your attacking team going to be? And then we'll run it, and then that'll be that. And then we'll just, we'll go put it all together, and every month I'll give away free stuff to the winners. So show me that you're the better team builder, and you're going to win. Not sure how we're going to do tiebreakers and all of that, but we'll figure it out. We will figure it out. So, yeah, that is it. That is it for today. Live stream will be tomorrow, 12 p.m. Central Time, 6 p.m. UTC. We ought to know more information about the next Hero Wars mobile event by then. We'll probably get some more information about this weekend's Facebook and web event later on this week. But based on what we've got information news from the mobile side of things, it's probably going to be next week before we hear anything about the Facebook and web Black Friday sales. So, if we get more information, we'll share it. If not, we won't, because we won't have it. So until tomorrow, guys, I love you all. Good luck in Dominion.